So just like 안녕하세요 and like 감사합니다.
All right, Dane, thank you so much for your time. Your first season, Major League, but with COVID-19, things are a little bit crazy in a way. But you got your first W. You're pitching for first place team. You must be having the time of your life.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I'm just honored to be a part of this team. Like I said, I'm just taking it one day at a time and trying to have fun.
When you first got your first start, how did you feel? I know that you pitched a really good game. I think you got 7 strikeouts, right? Nerve-wracking, very nervous experience. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I was actually probably more nervous the day before the game. After like once that morning hit, I wasn't as nervous just because I was good. I was able to keep my mind off things a bit. Once I got to the field, the nerves hit me a little bit. Warming up for the game, I felt pretty good. I felt fine. It was when I started throwing a bullpen, warming up for the game. That's where the nerves really hit. And then once the game started, I threw the first pitch. Guy hit a double off me, and then all the nerves disappeared and just kind of went from there.
Okay. Well, you're becoming very famous in Korea. For some of the viewers that are not familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes. So I've lived my entire life in America. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. My mom is from Busan. My dad was in the military. He was Army, and he was stationed in Korea where he met my mom. After some time, they got married. She followed him to the States. And so I've lived my entire life in Florida. When I was a kid, I got to go to Korea, and I haven't been back since just because of baseball and school. I do plan on going back. I want to embrace the culture, and I want to see everything firsthand for myself. But yeah, so I mean, I still have family in Korea that's there. I got 2 uncles and my grandparents, and I mean, I'm excited to finally go over there and see them.
Okay. How good is your Korean? Do you know a few words, few
I
phrases?
just know a few words. Yes.
Like which ones?
So just like 안녕하세요 and like 감사합니다, just like little things like that.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it. My mom tried to teach me Korean when I was a kid, but I mean, as a kid, I didn't even want to learn regular English in school.
Right.
I wasn't the greatest student.
Okay. How about growing up in a, I guess, bicultural family, I guess, somewhat bilingual as well? You had a Korean mom. How was that experience like? Did you eat Korean food all the time?
Oh, all the time. So my mom would make food for like the family. She would make herself Korean food, and I just remember me and my brother, we would always eat our food and then pick off my mom's plate to get some Korean food, and like to get just I mean, Korean food's so good, so like we always would just down our food really fast and then eat whatever she's eating.
Right.
And I mean, I just, even throughout the day, like if she just made herself something, we used to walk by, and now it's a joke now between our family, but we would always walk by and just be like, and like feed us some food. And then, but I can only imagine years of just us walking by doing that, and she's probably like, I just want to eat my food.
Right. That's funny. You know what? I grew up in the States, and there were times when Korean food was not a cool thing, but it's all of a sudden becoming a cool thing.
It was definitely hard, and I'm trying to explain kimchi to people,
Right?
People like who have never had kimchi before. They're like, oh, like it smells weird or it looks weird, and I'm like, it's probably the best thing you'll ever eat.
Right.
And so then I have to like talk them into trying it, and then once they try it, they love it,
Right.
and they won't stop eating it afterwards. And now every time they come over, they're like, oh, when's your mom making Korean food? When's your mom making this or that? And yeah, it's definitely had to talk people into like eating, like trying kimchi and different types of Korean food when I was a kid.
Then I guess the kimchi is your favorite Korean food?
Well, we eat it with everything.
Okay.
Dokun, she makes that all the time. I love that. And she makes like the bebop and stuff like that all the time. And then
You know what? You're making me hungry right now.
I'm making myself hungry.
Okay. You talked about your desire to one day play for Korean national team, whether it's World Baseball Classic or any of the international tournaments. And where does that desire coming from?
Well, I mean, I just love to play baseball, and especially it'll be an honor to play for a national team for the World Baseball Classic, just being able to play for the Korean national team as well and represent like my mom and her family it would mean a lot to me.
Okay, well, going back to your season, what's your goal for the rest of the season? You're having a good time, but at the same time, the White Sox are a contending team. It looks like you guys are going to go far ahead. So tell us about the season with the White Sox.
I mean, for me personally, it's just trying to help our team win in any way I can. For every start, I go out there, I try to get to the second half of the game, I try to minimize as much damage as possible. Trying to give us the lead going into the second half of the game, and that's my goal. I mean, I just try to go out there and attack the strike zone, and from there, like, we have one of the best defenses in my opinion, and we have an electric offense right now. We have throughout, even in our bench, we have extremely talented players, and just knowing that we have them behind me at all times where we can put up crooked numbers on the scoreboard at any point in time, it gives me a lot of confidence knowing that I can go up there and just be myself and pitch to contact or time my locations in the strike zone, and then let the defense play from there.
If I look at your record, your 2019 season was completely wiped out. You were rehabbing from coming back from surgery. How difficult was that, going through that whole process?
It was not easy. Knowing that I had to get surgery, especially going through surgery, there's a chance that you may never play baseball again. It definitely was a hard time, just knowing that, like, the ups and downs where one day you feel really good, one day you feel really bad, and like one day, like, your elbow feels like it's $1 million, and then you, like, during your throwing party, you play catch, and then the next day it hurts, and it's like you don't know whether, like, what's happening, and you just have to kind of like keep going through the program and kind of trust in the process. And so it was really good for me because I had a couple teammates that were going through Tommy John with me, and they were able to motivate me on the days that I was feeling down, and then vice versa, like the days they were down, I was able to motivate them. And so I kind of kept a more positive environment through our rehab.
Going back to your mom, how often do you speak to her?
I try to speak to her a lot. I at least talk to her 2-3 times a week. I know every time after I start, like, I'll give her a call and everything. And
well, one last question, I'll let you go. There are a ton of Major League fans in Korea, but unfortunately for you, a lot of them are Dodger fans or Toronto Blue Jays fans. There aren't that many Chicago White Sox fans right now. Give us the reason why the Korean fans should root for the White Sox.
I mean, we're a fun team to watch. We're trying to change the game. We're electric, young, talented team, and we're on the rise. So I feel like that's a pretty good reason.
Okay.
I'm just excited that you're following me, and thank you very much. So 감사합니다.
All right, Dane, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a good season rest of the way, and I hope I get to meet you sometime in the near future. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.